Hey there, happy Tuesday. So today's topic is mindfulness. It's everywhere, isn't it? We hear about how awesome it is and how you need it in your life and buy these things so that you can have more of it. But we rarely hear what the heck is it? What is it, right? So there are three things we're going to talk about in today's very short video. One is what mindfulness is not. One is what mindfulness is. And the third thing is a quick mindfulness exercise so that you can start practicing it for free. So here we go. So what it's not. Mindfulness is not meditation. Hear me. Big misconception. Mindfulness is not meditation. They are two different things. If my hands were making circles in a Venn diagram, you would have meditation and you would have mindfulness, and there's a little bit of an overlap. There are some types of meditations that are mindfulness meditations, but many are not. They are meditations that focus on different things. They're guided, they're visual, all these things, right? So meditation is not necessarily mindfulness. So when you keep hearing how awesome mindfulness is for you, here's the good news. That doesn't mean that you have to sit in lotus pose for 20 minutes a day, every day, in order to get the benefits of mindfulness. They're two very different things. They both have their own benefits, but they're vastly different. So hear me there. So it is not necessarily meditation. And it is not anything to do with your thoughts. Mindfulness, even though the word mind is in there, it has nothing to do with your current thoughts. Your thoughts, your worries, your judgments, your whatever, anything about worries about the past, worries about the future, anything like that. Your thoughts have nothing to do with mindfulness, even though the word mind is in there. Okay, so that's what it's not. What it is, let's talk about what mindfulness is. Very simply put, it's presence. Mindfulness is the ability to come right here in this present moment. Now, that also is kind of fuzzy, right? Like, what the heck do you mean by that, Nance? And so, again, it's not worries about the past and it's not worries about the future, but it's also no worries at all. It's no thoughts at all. It's not even a thought about what's happening right now in this moment. Even that is taking you out of the present moment because it's going to stretch it out in different ways. That's a different topic. We could talk about that later. But what mindfulness is presence. And the awareness and the focus away from your thoughts and into your body and your emotions. So taking the focus away from the thoughts that are attached to your body and emotions and purely looking at them without the thoughts. So this is going to take some education on emotions, if that's the route you're going with this, because oftentimes when I am working with people that aren't yet in tune with their emotions, I'll ask them things like, oh, what's your emotion? And then they'll say things like, well, I'm worried about what I'm going to be doing later because that, and then tell a story, right? So those are all thoughts. None of those are emotions, right? So it's really looking at what emotions are. We're going to pause that and put that on the side for another day. And so in today's exercise, we're not necessarily going to look at the emotions part so that, it's more easily accessible for everyone. If you are in tune with your emotions, feel free to add that little aspect to this exercise. So again, mindfulness is not meditation. It is not thoughts. It is presence. It is having to do with the physical body and the emotions that are in it and how that works. So as promised, here's the easy exercise. Again, so that you could do this several times a day, folding it into your day, coming back, coming back, coming back, coming back. So right now, as you're watching this, just take one moment and let's do it. Let's define, if you're easily able to, let's define the emotion that you're in right now. Take a moment. It's helpful if you close your eyes and define what emotion are you in now. There's a ton of them, more than glad, sad, or mad. There's more of them. What is your emotion right now? Now, again, if you're struggling with that and going into story and going into thoughts, that's okay. Just skip that part and go to step 2. So step 2 or step 1 for you, if you would like to start here, is name your bodily sensations right now. So again, taking a moment, you don't necessarily have to make yourself centered or make yourself anything in whatever place you are right now. Just take a moment, close your eyes, and just notice what in your body is calling to you. And when I say that, what that means is, what do you feel physically? Physically, what do you feel? Do you feel any pain? Do you feel any uncomfortableness? Do you have a desire to kind of shift a little bit? You can shift if you want to, but you don't have to. What are the sensations? Are you feeling any tinglings or queasiness, or simply the expansion and contraction of your breath? Or what do you feel? What's going on in that body of yours? What body parts feel sensations, and what sensations are they? And come on back. And there we go. That's it. You just did a mindfulness practice. Okay, I'm giving you a bonus tip for those that have made it that far. If you've listened to me talk for 6 minutes, your prize for sticking with me for this long is you get a second mindfulness exercise. Let's try this one on for size. So you have one of them thinking about your emotions and where they show up in your body and how they feel, naming all of those things. Here's the other one that's super quick. Just talking about just focus on your 5 senses. What do you currently see? What do you currently hear? What do you currently feel? Temperature, textures, pressure of the seat, whatever it might be. What do you currently smell? And what do you currently taste? That's it. That's it. Just name what your 5 senses are sensing. And that's it. That's it. That's it. And that repeated several times a day throughout every day. That's it. That's what mindfulness is. And the more you practice it, the more present you'll become, and the thinner and less impactful your worries will be. Let me know how this goes, and I will see you next Tuesday. Bye-bye.